What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and this is not a video I really want to make, but it's getting old, and I just can't do it. I really can't. So we need to talk about YouTube etiquette, all right? Things that, your expectations for me and how unreasonable they are. I'm by no means a huge YouTuber. I mean, I have 176,000 subscribers. That's a lot of people, but I'm certainly not like the most massive YouTuber in the world. But even still, I do have a lot of people that want my attention, and I do my best to give it whenever I can. Anybody that follows me on Twitter knows that I respond to absolutely everybody that I can. I try to respond to everybody that I can on Xbox and PlayStation. It's easier on Xbox. The only ones I don't respond to are the people that just say hi. I think that's stupid and annoying, and you're wasting my time. Have something to say of substance, not just hi. I'm not gonna get into baby small talk. You guys need to understand, when I'm on the Xbox, when I'm on the PlayStation, I'm working most of the time. I'm not just playing video games for fun. I don't really do that as much anymore. This is work, I'm trying to do something. I generally have notifications turned off. So the only notifications that ever pop up are my favorites. If one of my favorites come online, then that'll pop up. And I do that as a shout out to my friends. I like it when my friends' names pop up in videos. Inviting me to parties, I never see it because I have notifications turned off. But increasingly lately, as time goes on, I guess I'm getting more popular. I get lots of new people that hit me up, and I appreciate it. Trust me. It makes me feel really good. A lot of you get it. Some of you don't. And unfortunately, I need to make an example out of somebody today because the line has been crossed. And as far as I'm concerned, this is the absolute worst possible thing you could say or do to a YouTuber. And in no way, shape, or form will I ever, you're never going to win me over this way. So here we go. We're going to go down to this message. And here's the message right here. This person right here, okay, sent me a message. I'm a fan. Please play with me on Borderlands 2. I'm like, no, I don't really feel like playing that game. And if I joined a game with every single person that asked me to play with them, I would never do anything else. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Then asking, can I join? Please help me in Borderlands 2. Help, or I will unsubscribe. Really? That is what you decided to go with. Or I will unsubscribe. Holding your subscription to my channel over your head is never going to work, and I will bid you adieu. I will see you later, buddy. I don't want your subscription, and I didn't ask for your subscription. If you follow my channel because you like the videos I make, that is what I owe to you. All right? I don't owe you a follow. I don't owe you a message. I don't owe you anything. I do that because I care and because I'm a genuine person. But I don't owe you anything. I didn't ask anybody to follow me. You followed me because you like the videos I make and because I'm a cool dude. I will do that stuff. I don't mind doing that stuff. But the second somebody starts holding their subscription over my head in order to try to get their way, see ya. I don't need you. I don't want you. There's no place for that. And I have to believe that most of you understand and agree with that. All right? That's not right. It's not, that mentality is bogus, and you should never actually do that to anybody. Not just me. All right? You should never say that to any YouTuber, to any Twitch person. That's unacceptable, and that's not right, and it's not fair. Because, look, man, we're trying to do our thing, all right? We're trying to play games. Very rarely am I doing it just to have fun. And if I am, I just want to be left alone. I have an open, I don't mind if people join my games. If I'm playing a game, and you see I'm playing it, and you're playing it, feel free to go ahead and join. But I can't tell you how many times I'll be in the middle of playing Battlefield, or I'll be playing The Elder Scrolls, or whatever it may be, whatever the game is of the moment, where I'm getting messages saying, come play something else. No. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing and go play a game with you. Why would you think anybody would do that you don't know? Like, I don't even play many games with my own friends. Like, why would I stop what I'm doing every single day to go play with other people? Like, I've played with fans before, and I do need to do a better job of setting up events like that, and I want to, and I will at some point. But demanding my attention, you're never going to get any. You're never going to get it, all right? Like, I don't respond to people that give me ultimatums. I don't respond to people that demand me that I do things, all right? I don't do it. All you have to do is come at me respectfully. You know, if you want to tell me that you enjoy what I do, I appreciate that. I always respond. I always say thank you or something to that effect. I get so many messages back from people that say to me, oh, I love your channel, or you made my day, whatever it may be. I try to hit up the comments on the videos, and I try to respond to people, or I try to hit the like on their comment, things of that nature. I do everything I can to interact as much as I can. Anybody that follows me on Twitter knows I almost always respond to every single person that tweets at me. You know, even when you're tweeting at me, 50 times a day, like, it's overwhelming for me sometimes. And you'll see a lot of YouTubers that talk about being overwhelmed, like Scarce. I watch his videos from time to time. He took a week and a half vacation, and people are giving him crap for taking a vacation and not making videos. Like, guys, priorities, man. Priorities. And I know that I'm speaking to a very select few that, this is not directed at most of you, but I need to put this out there, and not just for me, but for other YouTubers, because that type of behavior is unacceptable. It's not fair to us, the people that are just making videos. Like, I never expected this, and I still want to be able to do my thing, and I do want to be interactive. And when I'm streaming, it's the same thing when I'm streaming. There are people that'll in the stream will say, notice me, or I unsubscribe. That's bull, okay? That's unacceptable. And I will not acknowledge those people in principle, okay? Now, there's one other thing I just want to kind of talk about. There was a discussion. I did a video showing off the costumes from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 that just got re-released on PlayStation 4. And there's a lot of people that are coming at me saying that I don't know anything because I didn't know what, like, a small handful, maybe 10% of the costumes were. Now, these are the most minuscule, minute costumes of the Marvel Universe. Like, total D-level costumes for characters that, honestly, the people that are lecturing me probably didn't know. I've never played the game before. I didn't even intend on commenting on all of them. My girlfriend was actually sleeping in the other room, which is why I sound a little bit different, because I'm trying to be quiet. I was just reacting like anybody that's seeing something for the first time. And most of those costumes, to say that they are certain ones, is a stretch at best. What I don't appreciate is being told that I have to accept criticism better. I accept criticism fine when it's constructive. But if you're a dick, I'm going to respond that way. All right? You get what you give. All right? If somebody is disrespectful in the way that they approach me, or if they say, I don't want to seem like an a-hole, but I'm going to be an a-hole, that's how I'm going to respond. If you want to get, and I was, and no offense, the person that gave me quote-unquote advice, I don't disagree with his premise. I can accept criticism, but the level of disdain that I was getting for like saying, that's not big time Spider-Man, or like not knowing what the fuchsia and neon green costume of Magneto is, like I'm sorry, man. Like, if you knew what that was without looking it up or without learning it over the course of the 5 years the game has been out, then more power to you. But I seriously doubt you did. You probably followed the game for the course of the 5 years and understood what they were as they were released. And that's fine. I didn't. I'm not a fighting game fan. I'm a Marvel Comics fan. And I'm a big Marvel Comics fan. I know a lot about Marvel Comics. All right? I don't know every costume ever, and I didn't know some of those. And it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal that people are flipping out to the extent that they were. Like, it's actually sad and pathetic how bad some people were reacting. And, yeah. So, I just want to say, look, I very rarely read the comments, and when comments start getting, like, negative, I just check out of that video. But sometimes they pop up in my feed, and I just, it gets the best of me because I'm stubborn. I'm a human being. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not a robot, all right? I'm a human being. So when people make rude comments about how I look or how much I weigh or any of those things, I try not to let them affect me, but sometimes they do, and what can you do? I'm a human being, all right? I'm going to react like a human being. And I do not subscribe to the fact that just because you're commenting on my video, I have to sit there and take it. I don't. And I'm not going to. Okay? I try to be respectful as much as I can, but you're going to get what you give. And if you're going to be disrespectful towards me, I'm not going to address you in a respectful manner because I don't care if you go away. All right? I don't. Like, I'm seriously one of the nicest people in the world. I am so good to my fans. I'm so nice to all my people. Like, I try to interact with everybody, and it kills me that a couple of people can just show up out of nowhere and try to label me and tell me that I'm an awful person because I have the audacity to stand up for myself. And I do it because, like, this YouTube norm is bogus. It shouldn't be this way. Like, why can't people just treat each other with respect? Like, why does everything have to turn into an argument? Like, educate me. If you think I don't know what I'm talking about, educate me. Don't insult me. Educate me. That's what I try to do to people, So, I don't want to make a video like this again. I really don't. And to this guy, like, I don't know who you are. And Borderlands 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. But you know what? I'm not playing it anymore. And I owe you nothing. Because you hit the subscribe button on my channel to go join your game while you're harassing me with messages. This is what's going to happen in situations like this. I am going to do this, okay? Because this is my right, and this is what I can do. I can view profile, and I can block. Just like that. Gone. If you want to unsubscribe, go ahead and unsubscribe. I don't care. All right? I will be as interactive as I can. I love you guys that are supportive of me. There's so many of you. This is a few bad apples out of like an ocean of amazingness. You've made a huge impact on my life. I am forever in debt to you. But at the same time, I'm not a babysitter. I'm not like, it's not my job to go beyond making YouTube videos. I do need to do events. I do need to play with you guys some more. I don't mind doing that. I've done it before. If I'm playing a certain game and you want to join in, just join on me. It's okay. Never join my live parties. That will get you instantly blocked. Like if I'm not inviting people to a live party, then don't do it. Just please be respectful. Just please. That's all I ask. I'm mostly doing work here. And all the people that you've seen pop up during this video, I wish I gave you something more interesting to look at. But like, all these people that are popping up during this video, these are my good friends that I like having shout outs for. Those are the only notifications I get. So I respond to people as I can. As you saw, I have 3 messages I haven't even read yet. People ask me, like, on every single day, I get people asking me to play games with them. And I don't have the time in the day to do it. I just don't. Like, there's a lot that goes into this. I really appreciate you guys. I really, really do. But this needed to be said because honestly, it's wearing thin on me. And I'm the type of person where this does affect me. It does, make me feel like, I'm doing something wrong because I don't want to let people down. But, I just had a contest where I'm sending out 6 prizes to people, like out of my own pocket. I'm spending my money to do this, I love my fans. I really do. And I'm so appreciative. So for people to like hold stuff like this over my head, it's ridiculous and it's not acceptable. You guys just, I know I'm talking to such a small number of people, but I'm doing it not just for me, but for every other YouTuber that goes through the same thing. Okay? Like, please just be respectful. I'm very approachable. Like, I always say the best place to reach me is on Twitter. Anybody that follows me on Twitter will respond to this video and say, yeah, man, I talk to you all the time on Twitter. I have my direct messages open. I respond to everybody. And if I don't, it's probably because I read your message while I was like in the car and said, I'll get to that later. And I forgot. And if that's ever been you, I apologize. Like, I don't know what else to say. I appreciate you listening. Have a good night.